to make laws and exempt itself from them. It's
Let's
just
drink
as
this.
much an injustice to me that Congress could do that.
Elysian Great
Justice to me that women
Pumpkin
can do this to men.
Imperial Pumpkin Ale. This one's the strong one. This one's like 8%. Great Pumpkin is the world's first Imperial Pumpkin Ale packed with pumpkin, fall spices, and a rich blend of specialty malts. This 8.4% ABV award winner will warm you to the core more than a beer. It's a legend.
Disabled or very old or very
I love pumpkin
to fight
beer.
in frontline combat. But if you do, it's going to be men, and the potential remains for men, and the potential is not there for women.
Pumpkin beer has a really nice color to it.
Men with significant disabilities would be better frontline
Golden.
combatants.
I like to smell the spices.
I guess like
Yeah, it depends on how severe the disability is, but I still think that even if you have moderate disabilities, then yeah, they're probably still going to be better off. You're still probably going to be
Beautiful
better off with
nutmeg
maybe
and
moderate
cinnamon.
disabilities than you would women. Yes.
Is it not true that I forget
That's what I'm talking about.
it is, but
Women are not better shooting than men.
no, but it's
Foam
about
it up, baby.
Yeah, well,
And
this
also,
is, hang on,
I
that's
would say that like frontline soldiers, what is that? Do you? I don't know if you could look this up, Brian, but what?
Almost
how
tastes
many
like
bullets
eggnog
do
a little bit with
people
the
get? It's usually like an average
spices.
of like hundreds of bullets shot,
thousands.
thousands shot. But
Actually, it's tens of thousands.
So it almost seems like I think if a woman is needs certain requirements.
Oh yeah, it's strong.
Because you have to carry the ammo. You have to carry
Almost
the
9%.
and you have to carry
Carry
it.
strong enough to carry those
Then
things.
why is it that we can't ever seem to get at it?
It's not as dark as the other beer that I have,
We have never had one.
because the other one had
Pretty
coffee in it.
Most men
So this
have
one's
to
more of a
I agree, but only men can. And when it comes
pumpkin,
to the idea of
orangish,
combat, they have
amber.
to lower.
Yeah, it's like amber color.
Infantry, that's true, but they get lower standards. When you get lower standards in the military, then you
Well, I think if you are, pulling for whoever in defense of your country,
Delicious.
you would take anyone.
Let's get into it.
But even if, I guess even if I grant that we could have some very small percentage of women who are capable of doing this, maybe we even feel that. Because the vast majority, the overwhelming majority, don't even have the potential. They
Tastes a
don't
little
have
bit
the
like
potential
pumpkin pie if you
to do
swish it
this.
around.
It seems to me that it's not just that women can vote to send their men off to fight. Just by a simple majority.
But yeah,
Just by a simple majority, they could do this. By
this one's
electing
pretty good, but
politicians in office
the other
that have
one,
the pro-war stance,
I
perhaps.
don't know, I just really like the other one.
That's
The one with the coffee in it.
fairness in society, and it seems very obvious to me that that's very fundamentally unfair.
But women are in the military.
This one's gonna win if it's got some good flavors.
They pass standards which are lesser than men's standards. In fact, I can have Brian pull it up if you'd like to see it, but they have a different.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fully aware of that, but there's still competent and support roles are still important.
I'm not sure who they made this one for, but
My aunt was a Holocaust.
I feel like it needs a little bit more flavor.
And she was, participating in killing.
Pretty good
Well,
though.
there's another reason why you don't want them there. It's not just because of the capability of combat. It's
resources.
no, it's because your enemy will get captured and they'll essay them and send them most pregnant.
I think I might take a little smoke.
Which
Because sometimes smoking enhances the flavor of the beer. You can taste the pumpkin better.
Unfortunately, many times it did happen where they captured American female soldiers. That's exactly what they did. They essayed them. And
Wartime rape is absolutely a thing, which is why.
let's not say the R word because it's you too. Yeah, you're good. You're good. So the problem is not just
Craziness,
one fold,
man.
right? It's threefold. Problem one, 98%, and that's being very charitable, women would never even have the potential to be involved in war that they could vote for. And
Strongly disagree with that.
secondly, well, you disagree, but the historic standard disagrees with you. And then secondly, the idea that women would be particularly useful in combat situations where we soldiers could have access to them, knowing that they would be prime loot, their loot. That's what they would be. They would become booty, right?
Is it 90 get essayed in
Not
wartime?
like women. Not even close. It's not even the same.
I think the idea of them being is kind of ridiculous. But again,
This was kind of near you in Louisville,
Do you
Kentucky.
think like the ugly mud catfish over in the Middle East, they get themselves some prime real estate at a nice.
Who the fuck is calling me? Bro, don't ever call me again. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you people? Anyways, back to the beer.
You know what happens when you're in the Middle East and you're into men? Do you know what happens in the Middle East when you're into men? There's a special thing they do called fucking kill you. that's what happens.
Absolutely.
So
yes,
delicious.
But that is why essaying prisoners would be ideal because it can be an excuse to be normalized. They're very
It's better than normal beers, but this one's kind of lacking on the pumpkin taste a little bit.
To win the war by any means necessary.
It's all about the aftertaste, and the aftertaste is not getting very pumpkin-y.
Female soldiers in frontline combat where your troops had access to it.
When it's in your mouth, you can taste it, but the aftertaste, not so much.
Special units whose entire job was to just capture these enemy soldiers, these female enemy soldiers, essay them, record their screams, and send it to the enemy, and then release them pregnant with their babies.
How did that work out for Japan?
I mean, it worked out fine. We went through Nanking. They absolutely did that. It was called the Arabian of Nanking.
Yes,
That's what it was called.
I'm fully aware of what it was called, but I mean,
It worked out well for them. They completely demoralized the Chinese. They completely subjugated them under their boots.
dropped atom bombs on them, and now they are.
Did China do that? No.
But their allies,
worked.
the U.S. did it.
And was the U.S. fielding women in frontline combat in Japan? No. But the Chinese
Just taking a hit of dab enhances the taste of the pumpkin beer a lot.
Was to essay all the women and make sure that, and one of the big pieces of propaganda that they had was all those their children.
Got some dab, got some pumpkin beer. Tis the season.
But again, look at China,
Yeah, it's good. But the dab helps out with the taste, because I couldn't taste it all that much before, and then I took a hit, and then I could taste it a little better.
So I think at the
I
end
mean, I would argue that
So they pair well together.
that doesn't change the fact that China is much more powerful than Japan.
Yeah, but it's also got more people than Japan, much larger land mass, and way more access to resources, and we allow them to continue to have an offensive military post-war. Japan that way.
I know, right? Pumpkin dabs would be good.
But we,
They were
well, we did right at the start have the option to, but the point is that the Japanese are not going to allow military. We don't allow.
As I blow the smoke out, I can taste the
Yeah, exactly. But the point is that again,
aftertaste of the pumpkin.
that's the second reason. That's the second. And then you have the third reason, which is that they can't meet the minimum requirements which would be necessary for us to even fill them if we wanted to in those situations, because they would get killed so quickly. They would just get killed so quickly.
I don't friends, but like I don't.
Let me finish this real quick.
Your idea of like what war looks like now is like dudes charging at each other with guns, really.
I think war looks like right now.
It's strong warfare. You know, we don't really do boots on the ground.
My nose itches now.
It's also guerrilla warfare.
Yes,
I'm actually not super familiar with Russian, but I know there's a lot of tanks. And they're blowing people up.
They've mostly been focusing on drone combat. I'm going to tell you something really interesting that happened.
Okay.
So the Russians brought back the Dragoon, the actual Dragoon, and instead of using a horse, they use a motorcycle instead to outpace drones. And they mount AK-47 machine guns to the front of their motorcycles, and
That's
they
crazy.
fly past the enemy and they mow them down.
A woman couldn't do that?
No, she couldn't.
A woman
For the most
couldn't ride
part,
a motorcycle and shoot.
no, I don't think she could. I think that I don't think you really understand the physical weight requirements that are necessary to both control a motorcycle, have a heavy machine gun mounted to it that you're also firing, and carry the requisite equipment to do this. I don't think you have.
Touch the motorcycle.
What you up to today? How's your Saturday been?
that doesn't make it less unwieldy. Very hard to wield. It requires physical strength to do these things.
Yes, I've shot guns before. It's just, I'm unclear how a gun being mounted on a motorcycle, you're not having to carry it. You are just riding the motorcycle.
You have to control the motorcycle with your muscles.
Yes, I know how motorcycles
Yes,
work.
and the heavier the front end of them is, the more you have to use the muscles to steer it.
These probably aren't American.
And by the way, what do you think the 110-pound woman's going to do? Kick up the kickstand and keep it up, or are you just going to fall over with it?
No,
recruiting 110.
But it's not just that.
That sounds good. I've been wanting to make some nachos, and someone on my YouTube told me I should make a cooking video, so I might do that.
Are in Russia and Ukraine charging at each other with machine guns. They are on the ground fighting, just like it's World War II looking combat more than anything else. It's infantry-based warfare all over the Ukraine. Why do you think so many people are dying? Why do you think they're dying so much? Because they're engaged in frontline infantry combat day in and day out.
Is it not a lot of guerrilla stuff?
Yes, of course, guerrilla fighting is always part of warfare.
All right, I feel like that is what the majority of warfare is now. Bombs, drones, guerrilla stuff.
War will always come down after you get past the technological barriers. So if you have a first world nation attacking a third world nation, sure, right? They're left with guerrilla warfare. We use massive amounts of technology to level major cities, things like this, and then send an occupying force.
You should do it. You'll feel better after. I actually did that the other day. Trimmed this down a little bit. And I trimmed this down because it was getting kind of wild. Took some, cleared out this area from whatever grows. I don't know. I felt better after I got it done.
They fight the occupying force with guerrilla warfare. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to first world nations, that's different. They have technology. They're going to blow the hell out of each other, right? But then when they blow up each other's technology, it still comes down to infantry-based combat. Why do you think they train people to be in?
Anyways, let me finish this beer. This video is extra long.
Good treatment. Because it still comes down to that. And there's lots of places you can't get technology. You can't always get technology in the deep, dark jungle or in the high deserts or in the snow-covered fields and plains.
Ukraine is low on, I think they're Poland, very, very cold.
It's not just that. Think about here in the United States.
This one's like almost 9%. So some of the people who are bigger into beer drinking might like this one the best. It's got a lot of good flavor. Nutmeg, cinnamon, pumpkin. So yeah, I was more of a fan of the other one. The other one was only 6% and had coffee in it, but some people might prefer this one.
And to say, you're going to get a tank through Michigan in the wintertime? I don't think so. I don't think so. So the thing is like, yeah, it requires the requisite is a lot of strength, regardless of technology. And even utilizing technology requires a lot of physical strength. Tanks require loading from shells, carrying tons of shells, carrying tons of equipment and ammunition. And not only that, you have to be more resistant to the elements. And men are. Men are more resistant to elements than women are. And so they have kind of everything going for them. They're the super soldier, and they were designed basically to be super soldiers, right? That's
I mean, I think you might have an exaggerated idea of what the average starving Russian farm boy might look like.
I think
a lot of the boys recruited into or drafted into warfare over to, across.
I probably should have had this with some food. Maybe. But I don't give a fuck. It's good. It pretty much is food. It's like drinking pumpkin pie.
You think you would do in a physical fist fight with the average Russian starving farm boy?
Depends on how tall he is.
But it's strong, so it's hard to drink it super fast.
Well, it's been a long time since I've.
Honestly, out of just any random Russian farm boy who's starving that you can think of, who you came across, right? How well do you think you would do if you tangled up with him in a physical conflict?
physical fist fighting, not well.
Not well.
But if I had a gun, I think we'd be about equal.
Yeah, but
Or
if
a
he,
knife, or a spear, or swords.
but if he had a
I think we'd
gun,
be fine.
I don't think you would be equal. I think that starving peasant, who's male, is still going to be 10 times more dangerous than you with a gun.
With a gun?
Yes, he's fat. He's going to be faster.
But yes,
He's going to be
this is-
stronger. He's going to have better.
Yeah, stuff's strong. Haven't even finished it, and I'm already definitely buzzed. So, y'all motherfuckers should try it if you like a good buzz and a good taste.
Predatory instincts.
Are like they are like equal when it comes to using guns.
You're-
Like there is
You're
like
thinking about this the wrong way.
uh-huh.
If I set you up right here,
Uh-huh.
okay, and we lay you down on a table and you have a rifle, the rifle's been sighted in, and all you have to do is aim it at the target and pull the trigger, you can do that equal to a man. Totally agree. But if you have to carry that fucking thing for 60 miles and all the ammunition that comes with it, and all of the equipment that you need to sustain yourself to survive in any sort of environment with you, you're going to have a huge problem. And the reason you're going to have a huge problem is because you don't have to just carry your equipment. You got to carry the guy's equipment next to you as well for the things that they're doing. And men are on average 50 to 75% stronger than women. That's why they're capable of doing that. Women aren't.
Well, the me of right now is perhaps, yes, not equipped to do that, but there are certainly women who, carry very heavy loads when they camp or hike
I agree.
and travel far distances. There's also,
There are
I think
some
that,
women,
that a woman
yes.
who hunts regularly would be much, better equipped in that sort of scenario than, like, I don't know, a teenage boy who's
No.
never picked up a gun in his
No,
life.
because it's the strength differential means so much.
Not with a gun.
With a gun, it means a lot. You have to. Okay.
Okay, not
I
knowing
wish.
how to
I
use
wish
a
we
gun.
had one here so I could demonstrate this for you. But I think I can at least express it for you. Okay. Do you agree with me that ammunition weighs a lot?
Yeah.
All right. I finished it. I think I'm feeling like it's a B. Let's go with a B.
Okay.
Weighs a lot.
And try it yourself this season.